Zimbabwe, and Cuba.
So into the red corner is Jose Manuel Aguirre Cruz. "37 years of age is the man from the IBN-PRO team. And his opponent over in the blue corner is Yertugan. ZEINULINOV, tournament number 2 seed.
Round 1.
So this is action in the round of 16 in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. It's between boxers from IBN-PRO and Kazakhstan. The boxer wearing red is Jose Manuel Aguirre Cruz. Had a bye in the round of 64 and then a walkover at the round of 32. So here we are, 6 days in. The first bout for Jose Manuel Aguirre Cruz, and he's 1 win away from a minimum guarantee of $10,000 US. The man wearing blue is Yertugan ZEINULINOV, tournament number 2 seed. And here at the round of 64, by virtue of that seeding, he too received a bye. And in the round of 32, right here in Ring B, he prevailed with a wide unanimous point decision victory over Davardalai Altungaral of Mongolia, giving 2 8 counts in the first round and an 8 count in the second, showing wonderful variety during the course of that bout. So I mentioned that Aguirre Cruz is representing IBA-PRO. He's got an undefeated record over a career that has spanned some 14 years. Made his debut in September 2010. His last bout was a year ago, and he's racked up 21 wins without defeat in and around the Caribbean. Here he is competing on the World Championship stage of the 23rd edition of this global event. And he's in with one of the very best boxers from his region. Competed at the World Boxing World Championships earlier this year, did the man from Kazakhstan, and he lost to Asakuja Muidin Kajayev, the eventual gold medalist. That was at 65 kilograms. Here, light welterweights at 63.5. Snapping left hand from ZEINULINOV. ZEINULINOV just looking to keep his man on the perimeter of the boxing ring here, coming forward with flailing punches to get himself back to center ring. There's Aguirre Cruz, but his punches taking a rather scenic route towards the man in blue, whereas ZEINULINOV able to shoot down the middle of these arcing punches that are coming in rather flailing fashion. There's an altogether straighter jab from Aguirre Cruz. He's been targeted effectively to the body. I think that first round is going to be scored in favor of ZEINULINOV. Well, Aguirre Cruz, he's trying to hook his way out of trouble with these roundhouse shots, and in the meantime, straight punches are going down the boulevard that exists between both hands of the man in red. ZEINULINOV with a more effective work during the course of that opening round. Clean sweep of the cards for Yertugan ZEINULINOV. 10-9
Seconds out.
scores returned from all 5 scoring judges.
Round 2.
So we move into the second round. And out behind an authoritative left jab is Yertugan ZEINULINOV. AGUIRRE CRUZ has got to try and implement the tactics his corner will have passed on to him. To his credit, he is trying to get on the front foot and push the man from Kazakhstan backwards. But again, look at that check left hand as he came forward with flailing punches. AGUIRRE CRUZ easily evaded by ZEINULINOV, and he just slapped him with a left while spinning off the line. Well, it's going to be a very difficult mission this for ZEINULINOV, because he's been docked a point now for excessive holding. And again, coming from the professional ranks, with competed for over a decade, the 37-year-old. Here he is facing off against one of the very best 3-round boxers in the world. Big adjustment, and of course 6 days in, he's only just getting his campaign underway, whereas ZEINULINOV has fought already to get used to the surroundings, used to the protocol of making weight and getting past the doctor. All of this happening for the first time today for ZEINULINOV, or for AGUIRRE CRUZ against ZEINULINOV, one of the very best in the business. Now he's trying to sharpen up and straighten up his punches. But again, look at the price he's paying as he's coming forwards, being countered really effectively and efficiently by ZEINULINOV, who was able to spin out of a place of seeming confinement when AGUIRRE CRUZ was seeking to apply pressure. And again, if you're not used to operators of this style and of this quality, this can be something of an epiphany being experienced by AGUIRRE CRUZ here, because the tactics and the approach that has taken him. Oh, that's a good left hook to the body from ZEINULINOV. There's another right hand as he seeks to continue to touch him up just above the belt line. And look at AGUIRRE CRUZ just holding on to gain some respite. But the tactics and approach that have taken him to 21 straight victories in his professional career. Of course, matchmaking a real art in the business of professional boxing, of course. Well, he's finding them ineffectual here. So what can he do? Because he may, in all likelihood, he's competing at the extent of his abilities and experience here. Doctor, second point for holding. And again, the referee not looking to engage in a conversation. He is the boss up there in the boxing ring. And again, in the professional ranks, that may be permitted, but not here in the 3-round code of IBA boxing. 2 points taken off the scorecard of Jose Manuel AGUIRRE CRUZ for excessive holding during the course of that second round. And it wouldn't surprise me if we saw some 10-8 verdicts returned in favor of Yertugan ZEINULINOV because of the manner in which he boxed over the course of the second stanza. Some of the action from the second round where he's seemingly in a corner, but look at how he's picked off the man in red as he was coming in before just spinning calmly back to the space, the center ring. Very effective boxing being produced by ZEINULINOV. Remember, he took the first round unanimously. One suspects we'll see a clean sweep of the cards in his favor after the second round. And a 10-8 verdict has been returned by judge number 3.
Your third and final round.
And as we move into the third and final round, tournament number 2 seed Yertugan ZEINULINOV in a really strong position on the scorecards. He's taken the first 2 rounds unanimously, and perhaps more or just as threateningly as the punches from ZEINULINOV, Jose Manuel AGUIRRE CRUZ has been hit with 2 warnings in round number 2 for excessive holding. So 1 more infringement, and he will face the ignominious letters of DSQ. Now, to his credit, he is trying to get on the front foot and take it to ZEINULINOV. He was trying to do that in the second round, but he was met with this flexible escapology from the man in blue. Did land a solid shot there. And of course, in the sport of boxing, as long as your opponent is on their feet, the opponent is dangerous. So ZEINULINOV, who scores with a strong right cross to the body, has got to remain concentrated. And as for AGUIRRE CRUZ, he's got to ensure that he doesn't get called for holding on once again. When his initial 1-2 are out of range, look at that, right back in to the mix and holding his man once more. Now he's spoken to about keeping his head up. So halfway through the final round. Overhand right wasn't too far away from AGUIRRE CRUZ. ZEINULINOV spoken to about the rough stuff at close range. You see, he's dealing with the forward forays very effectively by just spinning off the line, ZEINULINOV. And will he attempt to get on the front foot now? And these single phase attacks in a straight line proving to be very comfortably negated. Coming forward in a straight line once again is AGUIRRE CRUZ. And again, he's competing with everything that he's got at his disposal, but he's being exposed to a new level of boxing here on the World Championship stage, because ZEINULINOV controlling the tempo and the territory and the distance, and his continued precision and pressure with his presence and foot placements bring about a standing count. Going to make it through to the final. Well, there's a problem befallen AGUIRRE CRUZ. I think the nose has been damaged by the shots that brought about that standing count. There's the 10-second clapper. And he's going to make it through to the final bell. But a baptism of fire for Jose Manuel AGUIRRE CRUZ against the really composed and efficient Yertugan ZEINULINOV, the tournament #2 seed. He will go through to the quarterfinal stage with a very composed and effective display against the man from IBA-PRO, the 37-year-old Jose Manuel AGUIRRE CRUZ. Had a long wait to get his tournament underway, 6 days in, but that is the nature of the draw. And it will be the man from Kazakhstan who progresses through to the quarterfinals, where he will face off against Ahmad Shtiwi of Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner representing Kazakhstan, Yertugan ZEINULINOV.
So Yertugan ZEINULINOV, a unanimous point decision victor over the man from IBA-PRO, Jose Manuel AGUIRRE CRUZ, conceding all 3 of the rounds for all 5 scoring judges, and 4 10-8 verdicts returned in the third, where he took a standing count. A very efficient performance from ZEINULINOV, and he goes through to the quarterfinal stage.